At the Naga first, as per usual. Their bans throughout this series has been Warlock and Naga Siren. Still it is, and no idea what Warlock was
10 seconds
in Dota 1. Anyone?
Can you speak louder? Because it's like so much.
Do you know what Warlock's Dota 1 name was?
I think I know a little bit. I don't know how to. It's on top of my head, I can't think. Something Lanik, right? Or
I think you're wrong.
sounds something like.
What do you do?
It's something like demon.
Demon?
No, it's also wrong. It's something with R. That's all I can tell you.
OG goes for the Shadow Demon.
For you guys.
OG bans out the Shadow Demon. I think they did that last game as well.
Yeah, after the first game of the series, they seemed to not want to play it.
So I mean, this is the kind of scenario you.
I actually don't know how to pronounce that.
Wait, let me see.
I was right a little bit, huh?
What was it? Give it to me.
Hold on.
No,
dude, hold
please.
on. It's there. Right there. You
It's-
cannot scroll down just when
Just keeps improving.
Just scroll down. Demnock Lanik, the Warlock.
That sounds like something
was-
I've never heard about.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah,
heard
me
that
either.
before.
I've heard it.
I'm pretty sure
Same.
it's wrong.
Alright,
Oh, so it did leave draw, like you said.
OG decided to ban Ogre.
Yeah.
I think that's a good decision.
Oh, maybe they're anticipating. Maybe VP thinks Lifesteal is good versus Drow, and they're anticipating the Lifesteal or the Drow Ranger to come out.
I think they just want to put the pressure on OG to make a decision on what to play.
Yeah.
VP doesn't have to pick the draw right away.
Yeah.
They can just pick this sort of.
They know that OG don't want to play draw. Like it's pretty obvious that OG is just like banking on VP picking draw so they can play against it.
Yeah.
So VP is just playing a normal game, picking a hero that's pretty solid for them. They played on both support and offlane, so
Yeah. It's just an open hero for them. Doesn't really show anything what they
Wait,
want
have
to
they
do.
done Drow Ranger and Slaughter on the same team before?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
I think
yes.
they have.
I think they did it when they had Weaver, they had Slaughter too.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was offline Slaughter that game.
So
So
they
this
are
is-
just open, right?
It's a very good decision for them actually, because they can still pick draw as the next pick, and they'll see two more heroes and have like response bans to it. So
Yeah.
a good decision by VP.
So OG's kind of caught off guard here, going into the reserve time. Already.
Yeah, they're basically committing to what do we want to do.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll definitely pick bat. I think these guys pretty much pick bat every time it's available.
Is this where the Venomancer comes out, guys?
We'll see. I doubt it.
I doubt it too. I think. Usually, I think what teams would do in this kind of scenario is to just, like, gather up, say, like, let's go back to what we do pretty much all the time when we get this hero. Let's, like, resort to our old stuff.
Yeah.
And for OG, I think their strongest suit is, like, Bat and Drow.
Yeah, I think that's one option. The other option is just going YOLO.
YOLO.
So what would they pick with this Bat? I mean, we would probably pick something with, like a Dirge or something with this Bat Rider in our opening too.
That is an option for
Yeah,
them.
they might look undying.
But I've not seen Jinx play a ton of that hero. And
George can be good against Slaughter.
I think it's a bad sign though if they don't pick Drow here. I think it's just like.
I think they're
'cause they
very-
would.
No, but the thing is, OG is very comfortable with playing bad against draw too, so they don't really have to pick the draw. I think.
And the fact that they're taking so long, I don't think they're going to go for the draw.
I mean, they're definitely thinking about something. So
I think they
True.
pick draw.
something
They
like,
will
do we
force
pick
Slaughter
Drow
to
or
the
do we
fore.
not?
They're
Like,
definitely thinking
oh,
about
good one, man. Well done.
so
There's no way this is a good sign going 45 seconds reserve time.
no, I mean they're caught off guard here because they lost the two series with two different ideas. Going into the third one, they thought most likely their thought was that VP was gonna first pick Drow if they gave it to them, but they didn't. And now they have to they pretty much have to base their entire game plan off these two first picks, which is very difficult to do. It's really usually not something you want to do. You wanna leave your draft a bit more open so that you don't have to bank everything on your first two.
Yeah,
definitely
they're
just-
going very deep in reserve time
Yeah,
here.
I think you definitely just lose with what you got.
let's take
So
it
they
off.
go for the Wisp. So they do something different.
Alright, insta pick the Lifestealer.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty straightforward for
Yeah.
them.
The
So
pressure is on right here, actually.
Drow goes through the first phase for the first time in approximately
First time in
2016, I think.
2016.
First time in
2016. I wouldn't. Oh, sure. And OG has not been prioritizing this hero throughout this tournament or the past tournament. I think.
IO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of hard to say. I'm not sure if it's been banned against them, but I mean, playing us for
Do you
example.
think
it's
VP's
been
gonna
banned
ban
against
Drow
us.
second phase?
Uh,
or they just don't give a
I don't think-
single hoot?
I don't think VP VP can't go for the draw anymore, right? Because they already have the lifesteal.
No, they
that
won't.
was
Pretty much impossible.
I don't think they're scared of draw at all with these two heroes either.
Yeah, and I don't think OG will go for draw. Bat Wisp plus draw does not really strike me as something you would really
feel like
want.
draw-
I
pretty
think
good
it's
for them.
pretty strong.
It's
but
okay.
I think it's pretty
I
strong.
think it just depends on their confidence. Because right now, I'm pretty sure VP's like baiting them. They're like, pick the draw, we're gonna own you or something. But they could just be like, no, our draw owns, bro. And then just pick it.
Does that look like the face of a man who wants to play draw ranger?
Which
But he's not the draw player though. Eh?
No, he's not.
No, the man.
The draw.
man-
Oh, the
draw
draw player back there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Oh,
in
back
back.
there. Didn't see him back there.
That's some bad posture, man.
It's like the one picture of you where you're like this.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
No, he wants to play, I guess, Enigma right now.
Enigma?
Yeah.
So we'll see if they go for the draw here. Actually, if they wanted to go for the draw, they probably would leave it for 4th or 5th.
I think a really good option here would be for them to take draw right now and then take Deuce on the next
I
pick.
think OG don't have to do draw here. I think a better option for them. Tree is.
I mean, they could still
a
draw.
solid option.
Tree is pretty solid.
I
yes.
think
Dude, they're just insta picking.
Yeah, they're picking very fast.
OG is very confident, but I think if OG goes into like something as simple as like a Sven here, it's super good for them because I feel like the Starter lifesteal is a decent opening, but it's not like
It's not super strong.
it's not that hard to counter. Like Tree is a good start. Like you remove some of the burst, and then you put a Sven in there. You already have Wisp to partner up with it. I feel like that would be like a better way to go for OG. Like just keep the draft
Yeah.
simple and not like
Overthink things.
Yeah, all mental things aside, I like OG's draft right now.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
I
their
don't know
draft
how
is
they're
super
feeling right now. They're probably feeling sort of defeated, even though I think from an outsider perspective, their draft looks very good.
So if Nix and Star jump on you and you 3-armor the guy, does he live or what happens?
I
That's
mean,
a
it
Templar.
depends.
Tough to say.
What do you think of the TA pick there?
I think
TA
it's-
is like a super good pick because
good
she
decision.
cannot be burst down by Nix and Slaughter.
But isn't she pretty vulnerable to getting counterpicked here in these two
Yeah,
upcoming picks?
that is the problem. I think OG wanted TA for sure as in their draft, but
They
the
just-
problem for them was that they didn't know what to pick in this, like on this slot, and they only had like 1 second left. They literally have 1 second left. So
It's tough to
Also, the
pick
thing
TA in
is,
that slot.
she cannot be countered that easily, right? Because they have 3 and Wisp to back him up.
that's true. They have good roamers. So, and Treant plus TA. Actually, how is it that the armor interacts?
Refraction charges don't go down, I think.
Is that how it works?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
That's pretty broken, bro.
that is pretty good.
So it goes through living armor first.
Yeah, then
Oh,
goes to
that's a
refraction.
VP classic. I'm not too sure if I like that in this game, to be honest, because OG have a bad rider which is rather good against Ench, and then they have 2 supports that can just run around, you know, Wisp and
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for Ench to get stuff done.
yeah,
I think.
like Wisp and Tree can just run around. They don't really care about the Ench, you know. They can just outrun her, and then TA might have some issues, but you know, it's a mid laner, and then if they pick a strong side laner here, OG, then I think they won't have too much issues with the Ench.
What do you think the ban's gonna be for VP?
They
Well-
might just ban the Sven. I think that's a pretty good ban
Oh,
for them.
Sven's a pretty good ban.
I
here,
think
yeah.
Sven is a pretty obvious ban for them.
I mean, but the thing is,
they won't ban Sven.
I don't think they're gonna pick Sven because then they have TA and
The
Sven.
problem for
In-
OG,
Alright,
ban
They
said
did it. You
Sorry.
said it.
And then VP's last pick, they need a midliner. If you're on Virtus Pro and you
I
are going,
think
you're
my
going
boy,
up
no
against
one's
TA
asking for Viper right now.
for Viper,
Yes, sir.
No way, dude.
No one is like, give me Viper, I own this game. Exact words in Russian.
Nah, he's probably asking for Storm, dude.
Storm's
Storm's
bad.
bad.
actually
Oh,
no,
Storm's
no,
bad, never mind.
let me tell you the pick. It's Cardinal Short Buy.
Yeah, it's oh,
Sniper?
Sniper. Sniper's a pretty good pick here.
It's a very good
It's a
pick. This
very
game.
strong pick.
I'm not too sure about it.
Well, you are wrong, good sir.
Why though?
Because they already have Bad Rider, and TA can work as a gap holder eventually, and they have one
Do you
one
think Purple cares about that?
I think
I think he
ideally,
does.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
a
that
gap
is a good pick here.
that is a very bad pick, I would say.
Okay.
He's gonna get destroyed by
My
Wisp
God,
middle lane.
that is the chaos knight.
So basically, OG just
Oh,
gonna
God.
pick themselves.
Now
right?
I've seen it all.
you think so?
Yeah, they picked CK into Amber. I don't know.
Well,
That's
they
not
pretty
too
much
bad.
snap picked it.
It is pretty bad, I would say.
It's not that bad.
What does CK
Yo,
do
this
in
is
game?
guys. This is a throwback. We got some CK Wisp up in the house right now.
Chaos Knight is
2016
probably the
CK.
worst hero in the game right now.
For sure.
Chaos Knight.
No,
I
Right
think
now,
Ember
no.
takes the prize actually over CK.
I don't think so.
CK
You're
is a good
wrong.
hero,
You're just
guys.
wrong on many levels, sir.
Let me tell you the worst hero in the game. You want to guess? You get one guess each. The worst hero in the game. You start crit, and then we go like this.
Start with universe?
No, where's your?
It's definitely techies.
Not techies?
No, no, I will answer the last.
Okay, so
The fish.
it's the fish. You won.
I won. That's Slark for people who don't know.
Slark is the most worthless hero in Dota 2, and if you pick it, you two are worthless.
Whoa.
Wow, that's pretty shade, bro.
That is some shade. being
Man, you
thrown
gonna take
right
damage?
there.
Alright, so the game has begun.
The classic TP
Disruptor
smoke
TP
here
bottom
from
to put a ward or
VP.
something?
I think the reason OG didn't TP is because they're gonna smoke.
They're gonna
OG's going
smoke.
for the smoke, eh?
Smoker.
They're gonna smoke. They're gonna run into the VP jungle here.
It's called smoke.
But
Solo just bought 5 branches.
I mean,
But
this is
VP
nice.
is-
You're down 2 games and
Did
you're
he
just going
actually
for a
do
play like this.
VP
Oh,
is scouting it.
they're
They
aware of
They
this.
are aware.
So aware.
Oh,
no.
schmo, have fun,
Have
boys!
fun, boys.
Have fun, boys!
They're going for this
They
anyways,
are
man.
He's not gonna die.
They're in.
Oh, I think he's gonna.
He's gonna
so
die.
dead.
He's dead.
Oh,
He's good, man.
shit,
No,
where is
no,
he
no.
running?
He's
He's
killed
good.
Mel.
He's good. He's
Where
good.
is he
He's
going,
good.
dude?
He's dead, dude.
This
Oh,
is
no.
this is some good stuff.
Wait, why did he run that way?
That is
This is some
depression
game
coming
3.
from nothing.
He got glimpsed. Dude. He's gonna melt here. He's good.
Oh, he's
good.
fine. Oh, the Sentry, no Sentry.
This is some hype.
Oh, the stun.
No, dude.
Dude, they have so much armor off these towers.
He's just invisible.
He's
Yeah.
melting like crazy.
Oh, actually, you're right. The towers are
Oh,
getting
the
3
tower
armor.
armor.
Huh?
That's actually so significant. Good call.
Thank you.
Oh, he has 8 stacks on him,
8
dude.
stacks.
That's
Yeah,
rough.
he's
Oh my god.
Ember's back though.
Ember's comeback.
I feel like both games we watched, there's just been some crazy level 1 fights.
Yeah, but that's what we live for.
Get the batch, get the batch.
He's the tower armor coming into play. 7 HP.
Oh, the tree block.
So high.
Oh, nice
Oh,
try.
the
Oh,
armor.
no.
The enchant.
The armor again.
And we can hear the Russian commentators going crazy right now.
I wish we had
That was
that.
pretty interesting to watch. The
We
only
d- we don't
problem I
really
see
go
in this lane is
crazy.
We
like he
tried
has
to
a
go. I
meltdown.
tried to go crazy there. Hope you guys
but we don't
enjoyed
do
it.
Wait, who got the first blood? The Ember died, right? Like right away?
Yeah, Chaos Knight
CK.
first blood.
Yeah,
Alright.
I would
So-
say.
He has boots.
he has boots.
He's
He used-
support now.
What is your opinion on this middle lane matchup, Sumel?
It's
Is it?
I would say player dependent.
What if
It
you
is very
what if
dependent,
you
yeah.
skilled melt first? Is that
Yes, it is.
significant? Like
The better player wins this matchup.
Okay,
But the problem is he has a melt level.
Yeah.
1.
yeah, but
That's an issue.
going like multiple levels in meld is not too bad in this lane, right? It's just
No.
not good to
I
have level
don't
one.
think it's good
I
because you need to
think
farm
it's
stacks
good.
after.
Like, cause if you have refraction, you can just man fight anyways.
maybe
Yeah,
you can
with the
go
damage.
maybe you go for the old school build, which is like 1-4-1, and then you go meld, and then you hit him and you meld again, and you get a solo
No,
kill.
sir, you're wrong.
No, I will go ahead and agree with Sai here.
Yeah, I think that's,
That's
what
why,
you have to resort
That's why
to.
you guys are not the mid players.
That is true.
I think there's a lot of pressure on this Ench right now to get things done in the
Yeah,
lanes for
there's a
them.
lot of pressure, and it's not that easy. Like, she like missteps, she can easily die. Oh my god.
I don't think he's dead at
He's
all.
fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
alright.
fine. He's fine.
Not too
I
sure if
think
he's
Disrupt-
fine here, guys.
Disruptor
No,
will
he's
go
fine.
down.
He's got
I
a
think
fun
he
stuff,
seeded
but
the wrong guy. Or W, whatever it is.
Not even.
Oh,
Oh my.
just some run at them, Doto.
Well, Ench is gonna go into the Dire jungle. He probably wants to help out both mid and top lane.
This is a good move by.
He's gonna run into mid lane.
Yeah, this is a good
TA
move
is
by.
very far
Does he have a
up.
sentry? Can he? Does he
No
have
sentry.
He just
No
elders?
Oh.
That is why you get multiple one, bro.
Oh, the Satyr Blast.
Oh!
It's okay.
He's not okay.
He's not okay.
Oh, meanwhile though,
CK will go down here.
that's not a good.
We're not
trade.
missing a single thing, man. This
That was-
camera works.
This is some great top-notch camera work by Webpuz, I believe. Good job.
Nice
that's
job, man.
Easy weapons right
Alright,
Cameraman.
Credit
So-
where it's due.
Every time we die, they just look away.
alright, everyone shut up for a second.
Sorry.
So, the direction this game has taken is that the lanes are kind of stable as of now after that
No, the thing is,
disastrous level 1 engagement.
I'm so
But,
distracted by TS skill build.
well, he
He has
can't.
no point in refraction.
Well, that's what I said. He understands what he needs to do this game,
I don't
which
think
is
he's gonna die to this, right? He's
I think
not
he
dead.
is gonna die.
He's dead.
It's not that much damage.
Do you know why
Oh,
he's
there's a blast.
He's gonna
He
die
has
to the
no
blast.
refraction.
super dead.
Oh, that's unfortunate, bro.
Just imagine if you had refraction level 1, just one level.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea OG had by putting their trial in bot lane was good because it makes the bat safe on the top lane against the Ench, but their mid laner is very exposed.
But
That's the problem with picking TA generally. Like,
Yeah.
it's super easy to gank if you just have a hero like Ember.
Yeah, but I think they botched the bottom lane up a bit. I don't think CK should have died like that.
The problem was, I think when they went before, he didn't have Stout Shield on CK. I
yeah.
think he had like boot stick, right?
Yeah.
That's actually quite a low percentage play.
Almost a
Top
goal one.
might be going down.
Yeah.
He's not skilling anything.
This Ench is doing a lot of work this game.
I mean, this is what happens when you go aggro, and then just on the opposite side of the map. And you have these souls who aren't really very independent. It's not like you have a Tidehunter or Timbersaw who can sit in their lane.
I would say Batrider
I,
is
I
pretty.
think I think what VP did
Well,
well in this game is that they put the starter safe lane.
Yeah, I was gonna
put-
say.
put the lifesteal against the Batrider, because that is actually like a lane that's good for bad to gank, because lifesteal just runs up, open wounds, and it's a good setup for him.
I mean, they don't mind that all that starters not getting that many.
Is he dead here? Oh, he could have striked him. He would have died. Jamil, opinion?
Amber was dead. That was a bit of misplay there by.
Oh, he's had a rough game so far.
Yeah,
so.
but he's doing decent in CS despite having 3 deaths, I think he has.
Yeah, he's probably using that level 2 melt to guarantee
Please
himself some
run,
last hits.
Please run.
He's actually dead.
He's gonna dodge it. Nice.
Oh, the sentry.
Too late with the
Not
placement.
fast enough.
That was beautiful to watch.
Do you believe he was dead?
Yeah, I think he was dead actually.
I don't think this is too bad for G though.
No,
No,
it's,
I mean,
it's not.
actually, that's bottom. It's pretty
can we check the dire ancients as if they've been stacked? They have not. Okay.
I think this game is pretty
You can't even
not
do
very
that
good for
actually.
OG, I would say. Because in this game, Tia needs to be ahead, and she is like way behind.
Yeah. They're gonna dive bottom though. They have 4 heroes here.
What's their
Their
TP
lifesteal are
bottom?
TPs.
Good TP, really good
Oh,
TP.
they're both dead, dude.
They are both dead.
It's a really good TP from the lifestealer.
Yeah.
And I think
He is dead too, I think.
Lifesteal's just gonna chase him down.
What do you think about Ramsey 666 hardcore?
I mean, he's definitely one of the best carries right now. Look at him go.
I don't care.
Hunted, is he gonna land a slippery push? Yes, he will.
Of course you will.
And S4 will go down, and that's 3. Was it 3 heroes or
It's
2
another
heroes
game
dying?
where there's
It was 3
14 kills a
heroes.
minute 5.
3
I
heroes
think
dying.
Jax is buying a Midas.
That is not a Midas.
My bad.
That would have been
He
quite
would
good.
have been
It would
rich,
have been
man.
really good for him if that was a Midas recipe. Oh my
No,
god.
baited by the safe. I don't know, man. I don't know if they can come back from this one. At least,
Yes, they
at least
can.
mentally.
At least they come
Dude,
back
it's
from
5
this.
minutes.
That's fine.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
It's very early.
Yo, Arthur, stop being negative.
I'm
sir.
not
I thought
being
you had the
negative.
more
I mean,
positive
they are
perspective.
feeding quite a few kills their way.
What happened to you?
No,
in
I
TNA?
didn't think they can actually. They can still win this game very
Alright.
easily. But I'm just saying mentally they may be checked out.
Well, it's hard because it's the final game of the series. If they go, it's on match point for Virtus Pro.
This does look like some super like mental shit.
I mean, obviously OG wasn't satisfied with the way the draft went in the beginning, but I think as for now,
Oh, good play by his 4.
He's checked in.
he's checked in. Obviously, VP is off to the better start, following the level 1 engagement, and then Enchantress roaming on the lanes.
The only
VP
problem I see in
taking
this
the
game is that Dire have a Chaos Knight.
That's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
I don't think that's a problem.
That's a huge problem, I would
No,
say.
CK's not that bad of a hero that you can't pick him, especially with a hero like Wisp.
I mean, CK is a worse hero than the Face,
No,
which makes him pretty bad.
that's just not true.
That is just your opinion.
Like, they had to go for something that they go aggro with, and it had to combo with Wisp. Their go-to pick would have been Sven, but Sven was banned out. And
Yeah, that makes me wonder like, why did they want the TA so bad?
They could have picked Meepo and it would have been better
Okay,
than CK.
okay, we got
Alright,
it.
you gotta shut up.
Yeah.
I don't think you can completely blame the pick right here. I think
Yeah.
you can.
I'm triggered.
I mean, the trapping on level 1 made their lanes a lot worse than they had to be.
There's been a lot of stuff going on this game.
Like, TA did not have to skill meld.
It feels like OG thought they had to like overcompensate for something. Like they're like doing this like, super aggro moves, and like TA like keeps on going to the lane and stuff. But I feel like they just need to like chill,
They might go on him here.
take a
but
breather.
his rage is CD for 5 more seconds, but they're having trouble with these creeps here.
Yeah.
Amber's TP in.
He's blocked.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Oh shit, he's fine though.
Oh, you got him.
Oh, he ain't
Fine.
fine though.
fine though.
They don't really have anything to get this flame shield off, though.
That was actually it can still be really bad.
It could have been way worse actually.
Baron is gonna do a lot here, though. Never mind.
He's doing it.
I think he's dead.
He's doing it.
Oh, he's gonna be fine, but that was not too bad for OG. You got a life steal
Honestly,
kill and
though-
a tower kill on CK.
What does OG need to do right now to get back into it?
What they
like
need
mentally
to,
at least.
I mean, what they need to do is they
They need to get this guy back into the game.
they need to give him
The
some
problem I
space.
see with this is that his skill, he can't really farm the ancients, so
Yeah,
he
that
doesn't
is-
farm that fast. That's the problem with this max meld game.
Yeah, I mean the problem is he went for like a very lane dominant build and
Yeah.
did not really dominate his lane.
It doesn't make
dominant.
much sense to go max meld against like Enchantress and Ember, I feel like. Because even though you might win in CS, if you
Blind
die
might be
once...
dead here.
Yeah.
Plus,
Alright, Sage dead.
CK's teleporting in, but he's far too late.
Oh, is he gonna cancel?
so.
Oh, he is scared.
Because Leicester was on his way. If he would have teleported in, he would have died as well. So he'd be caught and
I
canceling
think
that
S4
TP.
has got to make something happen.
So I think what
S4 and Wisp.
OG really need to go to the bottom lane right now because they know both Starter and Leicester are TP top. And there's just a disruptor
He
sitting
might be
down
dead
there.
here again. Or no?
The,
No.
He's not gonna die.
I think it's
She
really
could-
important
she
that OG try to
She's
like
still not. Oh, still not. Getting points in the queue.
yeah.
They found the disruption. That's a 4-second stun. Very
Pretty
nice
big kill.
RNG from No-Till there.
Actually, he's the lowest net worth in the game, I'm lying.
Well,
not a
it's,
big kill.
it's still 400 gold for this Wisp.
It's a
no,
mental...
it's nice.
Mental
very-
bonus right there.
It's a very nice kill.
Oh,
If you're a Wisp, you would know.
sorry?
It's a very nice kill. Like, that's gonna give him his urn or whatever he wants to go.
He does
my-
already. He has two
There's a
charges
urn,
now.
Then he's gonna get boots. He has 2 urn charges. He's happy.
He's a happy boy.
Actually, he's not happy. He's like slightly amused. It's a long way from being happy.
Can we check Wisp's level?
He's
Level-
5 and...
12, almost 6.
Yeah.
They should have a tome coming up here. It spawns at 10.
That
right?
is definitely
Yes.
for the trained, I think.
Oh, they smoked them.
Trained is. I don't think he's having that good of a game on trained. He probably needs to get some levels in armor. Yeah.
It's level 4.
If he gets. Found the
They're, small,
CK.
they're gonna find the CK.
They have real kit.
No, they
There's a real kid out.
Oh, they do.
They do.
They got
They
it.
get
Oh,
it.
nice play.
Jarek's will
Just
probably go
got it
down.
in time.
Let's see
Yeah,
if he
just
attempts.
Oh,
he's gonna
the
attempt
teleport
it.
thing.
Alright,
Yeah,
let's,
he's
let's,
gonna-
Let's
do this.
see,
Go
let's
for it.
see.
Let's go for it.
He's
Hype,
not
hype,
doing
hype.
it.
Okay, he's not
Alright,
doing it.
disappointed.
He's good though.
He's fine.
He's not fine. Jarek's will go down here.
No.
Okay.
He's not fine.
Sorry.
Oh, you gotta believe.
Honestly, though, I think Orange made this thing happen. I think the way he played the early game kind of set up all of this.
Yeah.
I mean, he realized where he
Yeah, I mean, he did a lot of work this game.
I think the way that they laned, especially like putting the Leicester at top,
Yeah.
this makes it easy just for them to sit bottom and not die and start against levels. Really well played out of VP so far.
Don't you think if Dara played the lane like perfectly or something, they could have done way better in the bottom lane?
Well, I think the level 1 stuff kind of screwed up with their like idea of the game per se.
I think the problem is that OG's Wisp Trilin is only really intended to run at them in the lane, so they kind of have to make their limit.
And the problem is that the Trident doesn't really do well against the Slaughter.
Yeah. It's not great. Slaughter's pretty tanky, and then
I mean,
They
they
have,
could
like,
have done
3
way
minutes.
better, obviously, but
yeah, but I think it's still a very hard lane for them to be in because they if VP manages to control the side pull, there's very little OG can do but go on them,
yeah.
and then every time they go on them, there's a chance that they
But on paper, though, when you look at Disruptor, Slaughter, and you have vision of your jungle, so you know where the Enchantress is, and you have a Tree Wisp and Chaos Knight.
Alright.
sure, but I don't think they had.
Enchantress bought a
Okay,
dragon, by the
Orange.
way.
If
Orange
Orange,
is
if they
being-
lose this game, dude, this is 100% Orange's fault now.
No,
I mean,
Orange
it's-
is a boss.
It's not a bad deck.
I think
guy
it kind of
thinks
is, though.
It's a really bad thing.
Why is it a bad?
Because they have
It's
armor.
never a good
Primer,
deck.
They have
It's a
refraction.
perfect dragon game.
Yeah,
It's
but
never
I
a
don't-
good deck.
I don't think that matters. I mean, obviously you're not gonna dag on the guy with refraction.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm just saying
Come
it's
on,
never
man.
a good deck game, I think.
I'm
Like, he
just-
could go Midas and buy a Force, and then he's like way more useful.
I'm just saying that he has Lifestealer, he has Ember, and then he has Slardar, so physical damage is not going to be a problem at any point in this game.
I think the only valid reason for buying Dagon here is making his opponents mad.
Yeah, I mean that is pretty.
I think you guys are
that's a
just
pretty good reason.
I think you guys are just narrow-minded here.
I'm actually trying to be pretty open-minded here.
Oh,
They're gonna relocate in, but
I think Enchantress is gonna kill the Wisp right now, actually.
Yeah, dragon.
Glimpse him back. Okay, he's dead.
armor comes
he's
out.
got a tree armor.
Oh, it's not gonna
Why is he
score.
not
I don't
telling?
know.
Check the dragon out now.
Alright, we're gonna see it.
The Dagon's coming up with a KS. Oh, no.
Yes.
Wow, Zai was right.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I mean, I don't
Sorry.
see how you could ever say that it's bad to buy a Dagon. I mean, it's what is it? 400 magic damage as burst.
300 basically. It's not very good, I think.
So I mean, you're playing this game, and all you need to do literally is just keep killing your opponents.
Yeah,
when
but that's
they
like
try
a
to make
force
plays.
stuff, dude. You just like throw your ultis out and then force away on one of them. It basically does 300 damage.
I mean, I
For
don't think.
example, if you're OG right now and you see a Dagon on the
Of
champion,
course, it's like you're
how bad
mentally
do you
tilting.
feel?
I mean, they're already checked out of this game. Like I said, they don't need a Dagon
I
to
mean,
check them
that
out.
was like the nail in the coffin. It's like fucking done.
I just think that adding 400 extra magic damage to your lineup is never a bad thing.
I think it's definitely there's
not-
better better
there's-
things to spend money on. I would say.
Sure.
You just want to buy Dagon on entry.
I wish I could. I wish I could, but I have to buy 4 stuff, so you guys get saved.
The support high horse, huh?
4 stuff, please.
I've heard this one before. The support high horse.
So I admire Orange and his
I think
his
it's
courage
straight
to go
up
against
BM.
to go against what Purple and Teal wants from him. It's
I wouldn't
very
be surprised if they were the ones behind it. To be honest.
We're gonna find no tail.
cut him.
There's probably relocate if Wisp is nearby, but it
Hold
might
on.
be too late. And
He's
they're
bagging
logging
down.
to Ace actually bottom.
He's farming.
And they're gonna find TA as well. He's gonna get glimpsed. He's gonna get dusted up. He's not gonna get the Alpha Wolf.
That's a VP disruptor right there. It's a very scary hero. Give the VP.
And VP are gonna group up. They might go for the tier 2 tower, or they might go for Roshan. I think they can do both. Roshan is probably a bit harder.
Wait, he has arcane boots?
That's for the Eidolon.
Oh.
I see it's coming together now.
It's all coming together.
No, that's for mana pool, dude.
Yeah,
So you can Dagon.
yeah, that's what I said. And he's going Eidolons now.
Is he?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
that's a build.
They smoked right on top of
this
the
could
ward.
be good for OG.
Yeah, it could be. Let's. They just picked up the blink on that.
It
Right?
also could not matter, but
Let's not be. Let's not do
no.
They also smoke up. Let's see if they can predict where VP wants to go. But they're on the opposite side of the map pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder if they knew they smoked under a ward. The way they moved, it feels like they are baiting OG into
I
a
think-
position.
I think what their thought was.
Is that what it looks like?
No,
It
I
does
think,
look. They're all just sitting there.
I think the thought was that they're gonna smoke. They're gonna go through Roche. Actually, no, I don't know what the thought was. Fuck that.
regardless, there's gonna be a fight here. I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and both teams smokes have
That is
popped.
what-
Oh, the centaurs.
Oh, the centaurs are hitting.
Centaurs?
Oh,
Oh,
my
the
god.
match.
Oh,
nice
good reaction
blink
from
from
his
his
ward.
ward.
The match,
Oh
though.
my.
Nice
That's
relocate.
It's a nice relocate, but CK's trapped
I
on the
think
side.
he's dead. Lucy.
He has been caught on the side.
Oh,
by
the
Amber
day can come
Spirit.
into
No
play.
tail.
No tail's
Oh
running
my
away,
god,
but
this
he
is good. This
caught.
is good. I'm the top lane.
Everybody. Oh, orange,
the-
bro. Dagging him, bro.
Oh, he got stunned. He's dead.
That's 4 finish.
The problem is Ember and Nyx are still going ham.
No,
Yeah.
they're almost dead here. Wisp, can you finish off the lifesteal?
This is gonna finish off the life story.
Barrier blinks away.
That was probably, honestly, that was a pretty good situation for OG. Like, considering that the bat didn't even get the initiation off,
Yeah.
and they got 2 for 4.
Well, the problem is with a hero like Batter, if you botch the initiation, you're not gonna come back and be the best team for any hero, are you?
Well, I mean, he didn't really botch it. He just blinked away from the slaughter.
Yeah.
And then it was a very fast relocate out by Jerax.
Yeah. The problem was the Seeker was still stuck in the storm.
If they can start the fight on someone like
Well, what I mean is that
drag them out of position, like a
Yeah.
life stealer, I think that's the best way to go.
The lasso's like his biggest strength, right?
If they see him blink out, they're not afraid of just going in.
Yeah, that's true.
I do think that location is probably the best place for OG to fight. Just somewhere that the back can lasso the life stealer to.
I don't know. I think they need to protect this TA because he's realistically their only burst damage.
Oh, they're on his case right now.
Yeah. They have a ward.
He should
Wait,
get
OG
out.
has a
They
ward.
don't have any vision, right, VP?
He was. He
Yeah,
actually. The
VP
TA
does
did
as
not
well.
care at all.
Well,
I don't
Yeah.
think they probably sentry the area, right? Actually,
He is not caring at all.
he's just hitting
That is
ancient.
the fact.
He's just
like,
farming, bro.
you just trade your life.
they're gonna
for
save
some
now with that ward.
trade your life for
Barrier
creep.
sheer.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
he
you
has.
do.
Barrier has last
Oh,
one.
this
Yes.
is good.
Oh, this is a pretty good location for OG here.
Yeah,
But it's
well,
only a
this is
disruptor,
where you
though.
wish you had a
Is he-
4-step
is he
on
gonna
your
double the disruptor and
fellow
get-
support. This is where Disruptor is crying, force me, inch.
No, he's always knocked
He's
down.
gonna die to Roche, though.
Yeah, he's
Oh, no. Astro God.
I bet Orange just laughed.
Oh my god.
Tether.
You see that dang?
Yeah, I saw it. Dude.
Oh,
Tilted field level.
oh no.
Oh no.
Look at him go, dude.
He thinks he's up there, but he's actually dead. Alright, not
It's
great.
It'll probably finish off.
They only got.
Oh, good reactions from his 4.
If they can try to start a fight with the lasso and putting Leicester up there because they have the 4 staffs.
Yeah, if
That
it
is,
was
like,
a
the
life
best
stealer
case.
up there,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would have actually been super good for them.
Well, the problem is he can't.
He can't go on someone
he
besides
can't go on
Disruptor.
Lifestealer.
he can.
He might have some time. Like if Leicester's in the worst
I mean,
position
he-
possible.
Glimpse doesn't.
He doesn't have force yet though, so it's kind
That's
of hard.
true,
to,
but if it was a life stealer there, he would have been on the cliff.
It's a very hypothetical situation.
Yeah, but it's like the only situation where I see OG coming on top of a fight, or at least having a
I
decent
think that's
chance.
never gonna happen realistically.
Sorry.
I don't want to be negative
trying to
or
be
anything
positive
like that,
here.
but I think
Well, I think there's a difference between being positive and being
this game's over.
unrealistic.
No,
You guys are like actually like
I
faking.
think I think we were lucky to have a
This
game
game
with
is
40 kills at
literally
minute
over.
18.
You just can't tell the difference between calling something over
I
and
mean,
not
literally-
hoping for
you
the
know what?
impossible.
Names can just sit there, don't hit Tia for like 20 seconds, and she keeps attacking him, and he still won't die.
That's true.
That's the situation right now. And
Not 20 seconds.
yeah,
no way.
literally 20 seconds, dude.
I'll correct that to 14.5 seconds.
well,
You
you-
don't
everyone's
follow,
entitled
dude.
to their
Keep
opinions.
that in mind. Keep that in the calculations.
I will calculate this, sir.
Do it. Look
Well,
at-
at least VP, I don't know if they can go high ground necessarily, so they have some. Okay, he just went back for the mech.
I think if they
It's a
have
cool build.
if they have Aegis, they can go high ground. Just put on life stealer. Ember's just gonna sit in the back and W everyone who walks in. And at this point, OG's heroes are all very vulnerable to Ember Spirits.
So would you say this is GG?
He is twice. I'm not saying that at all.
Okay, sorry.
I'm saying Ember Spirit is twice the net worth of TA, 4 times the net
Never
worth
seen
of
GG
Treant.
Arthur. This game is in OG's bag.
I would say the problem about Ember being high net worth is that the hero is like always like it's always possible for it to die. Obviously, it's not easy to get to him, but
You're
if
such
they
an
catch
Ember
him, he
hater,
could
man.
actually die.
Yeah, but the problem, I feel like it depends on how far he is, because if Bat lassos him, and like they have no blinks, like I don't think TA has a blink, I'm not
Yeah.
positive though.
It's
And
hard.
the Chaos Knights, although he has a wisp, I suppose.
I would argue that it's always possible for every hero to die. But maybe that's just
What
me.
is wrong with you?
It's almost always possible.
I mean, I don't know.
What
It's
about
not. It's not.
Timbersaw,
It's not
bro?
easy for Ember to die this game. I don't
It's not
think.
easy at all.
I
But
think
they have
I think the Bat has to be super close to the Chaos Knight. I don't think they want to use relocate like that, like where they relocate into a
no,
lasso.
that's not against
That's like the worst
Disruptor
case.
Starter.
Yeah.
So VP's gonna go.
Oh, they have a. s-
Oh yeah, I don't think they saw it.
They don't have what's happening right now.
They have Dagon. ready?
hiding.
Dagging him, dude.
Dagon's ready.
That's a good mode right there. This is a
TA.
good position. Like if
Yeah.
you can get the lasso on the Ember when he's to the left and
Wait,
drag
they just
him
bought
off.
Sentries coming?
Oh, what the?
Oh, what up?
Yeah, he's spot out though.
Oh, this is
This is
the
last
last.
time
this is it, dude. This is it. Right here.
This is the last.
Is it it? Is it
Disruptor
Oh,
dead.
Disruptor's
Oh,
dead.
they need to
Starter's
kill-
almost
Starter.
dead.
Kill yellow.
kill Starter?
There's
Oh,
a root
Dagon.
coming out.
No kill.
Kill is too low.
He just died back, so.
Yes, sir.
I still really believe that OG can win this
No,
game.
you're just being mean at this
Yeah,
point.
you
man.
actually won, man.
I'm sorry, but I was just trying to
I think
prove my points.
there's no point to be proven here. I think VP is very far ahead in this game. OG kind of had their last stand there.
Yeah.
CK buying out and
I
dying
think
again.
That was
So
probably like,
negative.
that was probably their best shot, but it's so hard to play Chaos Knight in this game against Ember Spirit. He's way too farmed. So it's like your ulti doesn't do that much.
My-
You as a hero doesn't. It doesn't feel like
My sources tell me that 9 out of 10 games it's hard playing Chaos Knights.
9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Well, it's just about getting ahead
I
in
was
farm,
right
you know.
about the fish.
Yeah,
The fish is a better hero than
I mean,
Chaos Knight.
The problem OG have is that their heroes are very snowbally. In this game, they're like far behind. So
Why did they want Chaos Knight? What do you think? Just to win the trial? Because I don't think Chaos Knight is that good of a hero to like. Even though he has illusions against Lifestealer or anything, it just doesn't seem like you would want him.
And I guess they went for some kind of like negative armor strat with TA and CK, and if they get a lasso on this, on anyone in the game, they can possibly blow them up with
I
like
mean-
illusions and meld and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
I think the idea from them was that they just wanted like a type of draft where they're not falling behind, so like they can control the game.
Yeah.
But
They
it
wanted
didn't
to
really
get-
work out.
Pretty aggressive early.
Yeah, they wanted to get aggro and like just like get a snowball going.
Yeah.
It's funny how like they wanted to start the momentum by smoking down middle lane, and there's just they ended up losing 3-1.
Yeah.
As an Ember expert, what do you think about his build, Arthur?
I think he should have got Blink, right? I think
Does he-
Blink is
does he
generally
really-
always really good versus.
Well, does he need him like this?
I mean, he could just get Lincoln's, and he's like immortal.
If
He's
Lincoln-
he's
if
basically
Lincoln
unkillable.
gets- there's no way.
I feel like Ember actually plays like just basically his opponents this game. He's not like
Yeah,
kind of Ember
but
just
Blink
set
kind
up.
of helps too with that too. You can just go on combo.
This is
Oh, this is good relook here.
It's a good relook.
The starter,
Looks like
the
Slaughter's
starter's dead.
Slaughter is in trouble.
Yep, Slaughter down. But TA just needs to die.
TK is doing work.
The problem is that Ember has Aegis here and a DD. He literally had a DD for this fight, so
If OG get out, it's not too bad.
It's gonna be a glimpse.
Ember has ultis or
He's not gonna make it.
No, he's out. He's out.
Oh, they actually didn't
No
see him.
glimpse?
No, they don't have vision.
Ah, thought so.
I mean,
That was very good, I think.
Yeah, it was,
It was pretty good, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty
That's
good.
good.
That was good considering the
As good as it
conditions here.
gets for them right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good in the sense that they killed Charter. It was bad because they had to use both their cores.
Yep. Like I said, man, it's all up to S4 to carry this game.
yeah.
I mean, that was
I think S4 has
Aegis.
the potential to carry this
He
game.
does.
I guess they got Aegis as well.
Yeah, they got
it's-
Aegis.
It's not all bad. It's not all bad.
Yeah.
But
He almost has his Lincolns.
Yeah.
Holy crap, man, he's got Greaves. He's actually so farmed.
He switched up the build.
Yeah,
He's
he's
switched
9
up.
and 15,
very
so
fun.
he's very
He
fun.
used Dagon as a Midas, it looked like.
He has
Kill
800
heroes.
HP.
I mean, there's 37 kills in this game, which is quite a lot.
No, that's on one of
That's
his
one
teams.
side. 50.
There's actually 50.
50 kills.
Wait, what?
There's
Yeah,
actually 50
There's
kills.
50 kills.
Total of 50 kills.
I'm saying VP
On
has
their side,
37.
Oh,
Sorry.
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 So I thought you were talking about the game.
No, I'm saying
Oh, S4.
I think that's the tankiest hero, right? Why would he go in the entrenchment?
Inch? He has
Yeah.
800 HP.
It's a
Yeah, but he
buyback
has
from
Greaves.
S4.
Being fed.
Tail's dead
Okay.
as well. Disruptor might. Oh, he's good.
I mean, obviously, Lifestar is the tankiest, but like, I don't know. I guess they're just doing some YOLO plays right now to try to stall the end of this game here.
At this point, they're just like hoping for.
That is a dieback from S4. Wisp is probably going down here. Relocate, but he comes back. Ember is just having a good time here. It's a team wipe.
GG. Well played to VP.
Showing that
They are unbeatable.
VP have won the Summit 6.
No, I think VP just played a lot better than every team at this tournament.
Yeah, I think they're definitely super good right now. They're on another level.
They weren't scared to play against any hero.
Yeah.
They're like the
They had their own
wings
strats
right
down.
now.
I mean,
When
no,
Wing showed up at TI,
it's just Summit, guys. You know, they win every
is
Summit, I
VP.
think.
No, they
Maybe
didn't
it's
win.
a
They
mix.
didn't win
This
Summit
their
4,
first
bro.
time.
I think it's a bit early to call VP the new Wings.